So this is the teacher student app which we designed in one of the previous lectures. Now in today's lecture we are going to study how can we make it more interactive. So this is a browser on which I am going to log in as a teacher. These are the credentials which I can make use of for doing the same. Let's hit this login button and log in into this panel of teacher. Now here I am going to enter the student's login credential. These are the login credentials which a student has to enter for logging into this app and accessing the student's panel. Okay, now what I have done over here, I have added two more drop downs with the help of which a student can customize the view of the chart. So how these two drop downs are going to affect the final result of the student, the view of the final result of the student, that's what we are going to see now. So here let's enter a question. Let's say, what is the capital of Gujarat? Let's say this is a question which the teacher would like the student to answer. Now let's hit this button over here and send the question to this student. Now in order to receive the question, the student needs to click this text button and he can receive the question like this. Now he needs to enter his name over here. Vikrant, this is the name I am entering over here, and he can select the color of the graph from this drop down. Let's say yellow, and from here I would like to see it. I would like to see a bar graph. Okay, and the answer for this question is Gandhi Nagar is the capital of Gujarat. Now let's submit the result. So teacher is going to receive the result over here. How? Just by clicking this button, she can receive the result of Vikrant, and let's give him this score and submit the result of Vikrant. Now how this student Vikrant is going to see his result? For that he need to hit this get result option, and he's going to come. If there is one more student who would like to attempt this question, so he need to log in into this app first, access this question given by the teacher, and he can enter his name over here. Anubhav is the name with which I would like to answer this question. Who is going to answer this question given by the teacher? Gandhi Nagar. Okay, let's submit the result. Let's see how the teacher is going to receive the result. So she needs to hit this get the answer option, and she's going to receive Anubhav's answer over here. Let's give him 90 marks and submit the result. Now if suppose Anubhav want to see his result in the form of a pie chart. Okay, how can he do that? He need to select pie from this drop down, and then he can hit this get result button. And this is the kind of graph he is going to come across. Okay, so this is how he can we can make this app more interactive by adding two drop downs to this app. Now let's suppose if there is a student who cannot see properly, who is visually impaired, how can we help him in understanding or in checking the question which the teacher has given to the student? So for that, let's make use of a new browser, and I'm going to open a new browser on which I am going to access this app. This is the browser which is going to be used by the third student who is visually impaired, who cannot see properly, you can say like that. Now how we can help him in understanding the question, which is going to get reflected, on his board. Now what he can do, he can so this is a Python code which we have made use of, which we are going to make use of in order to convert this text form of the question into an audio form. So what we can do, we can put the question over here. Okay, and let's replace the name of this file with Gujarat 234. This one also with Gujarat 234. Okay, and let's now come on this tools panel and hit this build with option. So we need to select this Python platform in order to run this code. To wait for some time.
What is the capital of Gujarat?
So you can see an audio file has got created. And where can we see that file? This is the file. This is the name with which we saved the file over here also on this platform, right? Gujarat 234. And this is the file which has got created over here on the desktop. Let's play this file one more time and listen to this MP3 file.
What is the capital of Gujarat?
Okay, so that's how we can make the student help in understanding the question which the teacher has given to him. Okay, and this is going to make the app more interactive. If suppose you want to add this MP3 file which you have got here, what you can to the app lab, what you can do, you guys can make use of play sound block in order to access this file once you are done with uploading this file on the app lab. Okay, now let's check out the code that we guys have made use of for customizing the look of the graph. So this is the code. We need to come down. Okay, the changes that I have made over here, this is the first change that I've made to the second part of this draw chart from records option. So here right now it is get text charts. Why? Just because we have got a drop down defined on this students panel with name charts. From this part is going to pick up the text. Okay, in order to check out the type of graph in which the user would like to see his result. Fine, so from this drop down the input is going to get pulled up for this second part, and from where is the color getting changed. What is the code I have made use of for changing the color of the graph? This is a simple code that you guys can make use of with this draw chart from records block, colors get text. So it is going to get the text from this drop down 3. Fine, and this is going to change the color of the graph. Now let's come on the code which I have made use of for converting the text file into an audio file. Okay, let's now discuss that code. There are several APIs available to convert text to speech in Python. One of such APIs is the Google Text to Speech API, commonly known as the GTTS API. Okay, now GTTS is a very easy to use tool which converts the text entered into audio which can be saved as an MP3 file. The GTTS API supports several languages including English, Hindi, Tamil, French, German and many more. The speech can be delivered in any of the two available audio speed, one is fast and the second one is slow. However, as of the latest update, it is not possible to change the voice of the generated audio. Now the first thing that we have to do for this is we need to install the GTTS API. Okay, so for doing that, let's open the terminal, command prompt. Where is it? So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to check which version of Python is there on the device I'm using. So for that I can you know pass this command. So this is the version of Python I'm using right now. Let's check whether this package pip, there is a package called pip which comes by default with this Python. Let's check whether it is there installed on my device or not. So yes, so this pip is also there installed on my device. Now let's check, let's install that GTTS API, so as to convert, which is going to help us to convert text to speech on Python. So for that, what we have to do, we have to pass a simple command like this in our terminal: pip install G capital T and capital S. So once you are done with passing this command, automatically you're going to see these kind of things over here. So this package has got successfully installed on my device. Now let's come on the editor panel. So I'm going to make use of Sublime Text again for coding this text to speech thing. Where is that? So this is the one, Sublime Text is the one I'm going to make use of. Now the first thing that we have to do here is we need to import the required module for text to speech conversion. So for doing that, we can pass a simple command from GTTS import G capital T and capital S. So that's how we can do it. Okay, now this module is imported so that we can play the converted audio. Which module? I'm talking about this one, OS module. Okay, so this module is imported so that we can play the converted audio. Remember this thing. Now the text that you want to convert to audio, for that we need a variable over here. So let's make use of this variable, let's say my text, and then we can assign it a value. Are you able to understand, Larania, this thing? Larania, am I audible to you, dear?
Yes, sir.
Larania, now just tell me the question which the teacher has given to the student earlier.
Sir, get text or
The question that the teacher gave to the student.
What is the full form of
What is
WHO?
the full form of WHO?
oh,
Excellent. है ना? This is a question which was given by the teacher to the student. What is the full form of WHO? Fine. Now what we have done, we have saved this text into this variable. Okay. Now we need to define a language in which we want to convert this text. So for that, we are going to again make use of a variable. Let's say language, and en stands for English. Okay, it is for English. Now after this, what we have to do, we need to create an object, or you can say another variable you need to use. Let's say my obj, it stands for my object, and we can call this engine GTTS. It is an engine which we guys are making use of for converting this text into an audio file format. Now there are three things which you need to pass for this function or for this engine over here. The first thing is the text part, second thing is the language, and the third thing is the speed in which you want to hear that audio file. So I'm going to pass it like this. The first thing is the text part. So in which variable have we stored the text part? What is the name of the variable in which the text part is there?
Variable X.
Beta, this is a variable na, in which this text part is there. This is the text part I'm talking about. Okay, this is the one which we are trying to convert it into an audio format. Okay, so I am going to copy this and put it over here.
Yes.
Now the second thing that I need to pass is the value for lang. Lang stands for language. So this is the variable in which we have stored the code for the language, right? So we are going to pass it like this. And the third thing is whether we want to whether it should be fast or slow. So we can pass this boolean value false for this slow part. So what is going to happen? We are going to hear it in a normal way now. Now once you're done with that, how do you want to with what name you want to save your audio file? So for doing that, we need to copy this object and put it over here, and let's save it. This is the command save. Remember this thing. This is the command with which you can save your file in a audio format on the desktop. Now let's save this file with a unique name on the desktop. Let's say for teacher. Okay, teacher.mp3. Once you're done with saving the file, if you want to open it, how can you do that? Can you tell me if you want to access the file, or if you want to listen to that audio which this command will create on the desktop, how you can access that audio on this platform? As I've already told you in the beginning, this is the module which we guys can make use of for accessing the audio file. And how can we do that? There is a simple command called os.system. Okay, and inside this we can copy this whole thing and put it over here. Okay, now let's save this complete program with a unique name on the desktop. Beta, please put yourself on mute. So when you will be saving on the desktop, in the save as type, you have to select Python. Okay, there are various formats in which you can save your file, but we need to select this Python format. Let's save it with teacher-student. This is the name which I'm giving to this Python program I have written, and let's save it on the desktop with this teacher-student's name. Okay, now how can you execute this program? So for executing this program, you need to come on this tools panel and you need to come on this build with option. Okay, click on this, and here you will be asked the platform on which you want to execute this platform, which you want to use for executing this code over here. So we can select this Python platform. Let's see what is going to happen.
What is the full form of WHO?
Is this code clear to both of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and where is that file? Where is that audio file? This is the audio file which will get created automatically on the desktop. Let's play it one more time and see whether
What is the full form of WHO?
Okay, now if suppose you want to change the text, let's say capital of Gujarat. Fine, if suppose you want to convert this text into an audio form. So for doing that, let's see what is going to happen if we'll run it directly. And let's change the name of the file to teacher45, or let's say Gujarat45. Okay. because there is already a file with name teacher.mp3 present on the desktop, so it might be possible that we can come across some issue. Let's build this one in on Python.
What is the capital of Gujarat? What
What
is
is
the
the
capital
capital
of
of
Gujarat?
Gujarat? Was that audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, one more file with name Gujarat34 have got created over here on the desktop. So that's how you can make use of the Python code and HTML code in order to make your app more interactive. Fine.
How will we hear the audio? The how will the children able to hear will be able to hear the audio?
The way you are able to hear it here, in the same way they can also hear it.
But we haven't uploaded it on this platform. How will they
Huh,
listen?
we are using a separate platform for this. That is right.
So, sir, but how will these, if anybody will use this platform as a student, how will he or she will be able to hear it?
See, they have to convert the text into an an audio format first, no?
Sir, they will
What
have to do
they will have to do
this.
it. They will have to do it. Okay, and if you want this thing to get converted automatically,
Yes, sir.
or if you want
Yes,
to,
sir.
what you can do, you can import this file. You can import this file, these two files on the app lab, and you guys can make use of that play sound block,
Yes, sir.
so that
But
this.
how will all the questions be visible?
How will all be? We can put a
Like,
if loop, no? We can put a if loop for that. If the question is this, then this sound should get played. If the question is something else, then this sound should get played. So
okay,
we can put a validation on the questions using if loop. That's what we can do.